Lots and lots of money, or Disney forced them to. Probably the latter, I imagine. This is the only song they use for the whole version. Yeah. Okay, now that we've had things to let it go, how many stars do we have? We have 8, so we probably can do the rest of the game without any grinding. Not Monstropolis, San Francisco. A great world. It's just a shame they hide the map to it so well. I still don't know where the map to this place is in Kingdom Hearts 3. I still don't have the map in San Francisco. I have learned the entire map just by going around the city so much. I still do not have the actual map. I am, at this point, I mean, I know there is a map, but I am... You could convince me that there just is not any map for the cityscape in San Francisco, because why wouldn't they just give the whole like gimmick is that it's the widest open area of the game, not counting maybe the Caribbean, and it's very easy to get lost because it's overall so samey, right? So why not just give you the map in that very specific location? I think everybody would very much like you if you did that. And that's probably why you didn't, because you want people to hate you because you've got some kind of weird, perverted attached there. You're attached to being hated. Again, I am telling you, this is not Replica Riku. That is Data Riku 1000%. Even though he has yellow eyes, which does complicate my theory slightly. But they can make that work. Like, he was just another backup for Xehanort. And he found out about him through... maybe Maleficent? Assuming they might have still had contact after Recoded happens? Probably not. It is Schrodinger's map. And with the... oh, we get another cutscene, because of course we do.
Sora's journey continued. In Arendelle, he encountered a love true enough to thaw a frozen heart. And at the Laughter Factory in Monstropolis, he learned that Ventus resided within his heart.
Yeetus Vanitas!
In San Francisco, he saw hearts that were being constructed from data.
Which he has seen before.
Meanwhile, Riku and Mickey were forced to confront Aqua, whose heart had fallen into
Best boss fight
darkness.
of the game. Actually, best song. of
With
the
some
game,
help
probably.
from Sora,
One
Aqua
thing,
was
anyway.
finally able to return to the realm of light.
Because Sora beat her.
And the land of departure returned to its former glory.
This cutscene is awesome. In 3.
Ventus awoke, thanks to Sora's regained power of waking, and he was able to save Aqua from Vanitas.
Also, you call it Sora's regained power of waking. I don't think he learned the power of waking in the first place in Dream Drop. That's kind of the point. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't, I don't know. KEYBLADE Graveyard. It's only Graveyard Labyrinth. They really just gave up, even though they had so much new music in 3. None of it was very standout, admittedly, but they had a lot of new music, especially in the Disney worlds, in 3. And they just kind of gave up. Why? 3 is the freshest in people's memories. That's probably the thing you should be bailing on most. I was honestly, when I was going over this yesterday, you can go check the VOD, I think, still. Or you can just, well, it's probably not in the videos on YouTube. I think I cut that out. I was counting the Kingdom Hearts 3 worlds as if they were going to have at least 3 songs apiece. Because I was fully expecting to have more songs, not less. This feels very calm before the storm. This entire song is very calm, so there's not gonna be anything too major, but we're about to face probably a boss? There has to be a final boss, right? I just don't know if it's going to be in the KEYBLADE graveyard, or I fucked that one up, or if it's going to be in the final world. But if there's not an actual final boss, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. It doesn't even have to be a well-designed final boss. A well-designed final boss probably would combine all of the different gameplay styles we've seen. Like Memory Dive, the normal boss levels, and this. That would be a fun final boss. I'm not expecting the game to do that, because that would mean something is well-designed about this game, and that just does not seem to happen. Still enjoy the game, don't get me wrong. It's just very poorly designed. But surely there's some type of final boss. There is a final boss. Okay, thank God. Return to World Tour. I think we might need to do a little bit of grinding. As sad as that might be. I don't think we have enough to open that gate. Oh, we have exactly enough to open that gate. Okay. We will have to do no more grinding for the entirety of... Unless we want to do the optional... Rise of the Union. It's not even a high... It's not even a high pace. Is it? There's a lot of enemies. Is this supposed to like simulate a demon wave? Because if so, that is really fucking pathetic. I forgot how Avatar The Last Airbender this song sounds. This would honestly not withstand from being used in Avatar The Last Airbender. Or Legend of Korra, more so, actually. Legend of Korra went more for that orchestral feeling, where Last Airbender went more for a traditional, like, actually based on, like, Chinese instruments kind of music, oftentimes. I prefer the music in Legend of Korra, let's be clear about that. There's a lot of things wrong with the Legend of Korra. It has great music. And that's about everything positive about The Legend of Korra. It's not true. It's fun to hate on it, but it's actually like... It's got a lot more issues than the original. Still a decent show. Like, if you compare it to Avatar The Last Airbender, yeah, it's a bad show. But if you compare something to Avatar The Last Airbender, everything is a bad show, because it's literally the best animated show of all time! I don't know why I'm talking about Avatar while playing Kingdom Hearts. Because both are kind of cool, I guess, maybe. I really, really like both. And I like Avatar because it's good stuff. I like Kingdom Hearts because at this point I am not willing to admit how much I fucked up in getting into Kingdom Hearts. And let's go for the final boss, and then presumably like 3 hours of cutscenes, because that's what Kingdom Hearts does at the end of games. Only an hour in. How in the world are we ever gonna get 280 stars? Holy hell.
Darkness will prevail, and the light expire. It all unfolded just as the Book of Prophecies foretold. But Sora refused to give up. His heart persisted against all odds.
Refused because he
used
put
the
himself back
power of
together? You
waking
get it?
And fought long and hard to save his friends. And so, the Light's defeat was overwritten, and the Guardians of Light reassembled at the Keyblade graveyard.
Yeah,
The deciding
that I'm still
battle
pissed
with the
about,
true
because
Organization 13
probably
was
you cannot
about to
change
begin.
things that are
As the
destined to
battle
happen.
raged, Terra, Roxas, and Xion
Yeah, that's exactly
were
what Sora does.
revived and joined the Guardians of Light.
And even Kyra just kind of brushes it off here.
But Master Xehanort still succeeded in summoning the
Also,
true
he
Kingdom
murdered me.
Hearts. To stop Kingdom Hearts from unleashing its power, Sora went to the ancient city of Keyblade wielders, Scala at Kylum, and the final battle began. As the fierce struggle ended, Master Xehanort gave up the Keyblade and abandoned his plans. Kingdom Hearts was
Yeah,
sealed
about that.
away.
Presumably Sora still has the Keyblade.
But it was still far from over. I had disappeared during the battle,
Died.
and Sora was determined to bring me back. He set off on his journey once more, alone.
And then Remind happens, which apparently is not included in this DLC, in this game.